Hi guys, it's Carrie and today I'm filming my YouTube video about my weight loss journey and body image. Tight. No, but really, this is something that I know that a lot of people have wanted to hear about for a minute, so it's time to do it. I really want to start off by saying that these are my opinions. This is my experience. I'm not a doctor, not a nutritionalist, not a physical trainer. I'm just a girl who managed to lose 80 pounds 7 years ago, and this is my story. Okay, so it was 2007, 2008. I was about to graduate high school, and I was working at a call center, and I was really hustling in school. I fucked off a lot in the beginning of high school. I did not show up for that, so I had a lot of work to make up towards the end. So I was really busy and making up credits and stuff. So I was working at Discover Card. Shout out Discover Card. So, and then also too, doing lots of stuff with school, started like a fashion club, and I was a part of this like business and marketing club called DECA. It was awesome. But yeah, so I was really busy, and in that I had cultivated this routine of like going to school, and then it was fast food. I had a mad love affair with Pepsi. We were so in love. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, I was drinking like 1 to 2 liters a day. Yeah. How I have diabetes, how I don't have diabetes is a mystery to me, but alas, I don't. So thank you. But yeah, so I was drinking loads of soda and fast food like every single day. And it just like became this pattern, right? And that pattern took me to being 200 pounds. And I mean, I didn't feel great. And it took me to this place of really not great place of like being mad, insecure, and having, you know, like so much self-loathing, and just really being a negative person, which if you know me now, you're probably like, oh, whatever, you're such a positive person. I wasn't. I really hated myself, and I was really rude and really negative, and I would say really terrible things that weren't a reflection of who I was. It was more so like how I was feeling about myself, right? So got to that point, and you know, it really just, I got to this point where I knew that I wasn't being myself authentically, and I knew that that's not who I wanted to be, and I knew that it was time for a change. I'd never really like worked out. I'd never it just wasn't really something that was around, you know. Like, my dad raised me by himself, and I didn't like get to go to dance or, you know, like things like that because he was busy working and I was busy raising myself. So I didn't know how to work out. I didn't know how to be healthy. I didn't know how to cultivate the change that I wanted to see. And I mean, like, honestly, I was so insecure that I, you know, couldn't even see myself working out at like a Gold's Gym or something because I didn't want people to see me, and I was like so bummed at where I'd gotten, and so hard on myself. I'm so hard on myself that like my guilt and shame about being so unhealthy was like almost like debilitating. Like I was just like frozen in this like self-loathing and insecurity. So I mean, anyways, I got to this point, and I, you know, deep dark place, and I knew that I wanted to make a change. And so naturally, when you're 18, you want to take the easy way out. You know, I tried diet pills, and I tried, you know, not eating and all the things, and it just like that doesn't work. And if you're going to take a shortcut, you're going to get shortcut results, which are none. So I'm here to tell you everything that everybody else has already told you in all of these videos. It's diet and it's exercise. So, you know, I tried the easy way out for like 6 months and just like right back to where I was before, you know, and I just got really frustrated and I was like, shit, like, I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. And so I got a gym membership to the rec center in West Jordan. Shout out to the rec center and all the old people there that were like going ham with me. And that's where I really cultivated my routine. That's really important, is cultivate a routine. And every day after work, no matter how late it was or how tired I was, I would go and I would spend 30 minutes on the elliptical, and I started seeing results. And then, you know, after that, I started seeing results and I started, you know, like losing weight, and I was like, all right, now I gotta tone this shit up because I was getting flabby. So then, you know, but then that was like another roadblock of like, well, shit, like I don't know how to do this shit. I don't know how to work out. I don't know how to tone. I don't know how to do a crunch properly. So then I started buying Shape and Self magazine, and they always have like those workouts in the back. And I just would rip that out, and then I would take that to the rec center and just like teach myself how to do these workout moves, and I just cultivated that, and it became my routine. And eventually it just like slipped away. I started eating a lot better and just being mindful about what I was eating, and I stopped drinking soda. That was a really big one. That was huge. I stopped drinking soda, and I started food journaling. So every day I would write down what I was eating, and it really cultivated an awareness for me of what I was actually putting into my body. You know, and it started out simple, like oatmeal in the morning, and then just making sure that I was eating consistently. And then this is where it gets dark. So I did all of that, and I, you know, was really getting in a good place, but I'm an extreme personality, man. Like if I give power to something, and if I focus on something, and if I give my energy to that, I'm going ham. And it got to the point because I was so hyper focused and so like blind, like just so focused on my weight loss journey that I became obsessed with it. And in that, I didn't celebrate my, you know, like milestone weight losses, and I lost perception of where I was, what my body looked like, you know, how successful I actually was. And I became addicted to the feeling of feeling thin and losing weight. And that developed into an eating disorder, which I was so blind. My camera died. But okay, so I had become so blind to where I was and what my body looked like and what I'd really kind of become, that I ended up getting down to like 123 pounds, which I'm 5'9", man. I could have like blown away at any moment. But luckily, I was surrounded by some really amazing people, and they kind of called me out, and they were like, hey dude, are you okay? And it scared me, because I think that when you are, for me personally, being in that, I thought that nobody else knew. I thought that, you know, like this was my own thing, like nobody knew. And it scared me to think that other people could see that. And so then it really checked me. And I think that that's one thing, and it's still a lesson that I continue to learn, you know, like even to this day. I'm 27, and I think sometimes it sucks to get, and it hurts, man, to get to that lowest point, right? This lowest point where you're so extreme in something, but there is a beauty in failure, a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. There's a beauty in that failure, because I think that this is so cheesy, but it's like one of my favorite sayings, like, if you're gonna fall forward, right? Use it as a checkpoint to reevaluate, like, okay, X, and X got me here. And I'm not stoked to be here, and I'm not happy, or I'm not healthy, or I am not showing up as the best version and like truest version of myself. What can I do to change whatever got me here? right? So use that as a checkpoint to reevaluate how you got to where you are. And I think, man, that's with anything. That's with love. That's with money. That's with work. That's with health. Anything, you know. And I think that that's honestly been one of the biggest lessons of this past year. It's been a year. It's been a good one. It's been a year though, and that's my biggest lesson that I've learned is fall forward, you know. And I still go through this all the time, you know, whether it's with any of the things that I just mentioned. But give yourself some grace and give yourself some compassion and check in with yourself and use it as a fresh start to, you know, dig deep and find that ambition and find your fire and your passion and then recommit to being successful. Well, my camera loves to die, so here we go again. But I'm gonna give this video to you guys. It feels right. So anyways, yeah, make a choice. Be prepared to fail, and that's okay, man. That's okay. Pick yourself up, reevaluate, do it the right way, diet and exercise. And when it comes down to diet, man, like, figure out what works for you. We're all different, and everything's different. I mean, like, if you're curious about what I do now to like help maintain, I would love to make a video about that, but this video is already gonna be so long. Anyways, so I know I always say it, people are like, oh, I can't imagine you weighing 80 pounds, but I did, and I recently just like redid my bedroom. So stoked on it. The vibes are so good. But I found a picture in this like treasure trove that was like underneath my bed. Like, look at this, like, cool. But yeah, I mean, like, some pictures that I found, I really don't have many of myself. I swear that like subconsciously I just wanted this part of myself to just like die and like fade away. But I mean, like, look at that shit, man. Look at that. Cool extensions, Carrie. Where'd you get those? Sally's? Yep. They were glued in. Awesome. I mean, and then there's like cute ones like this, but I mean, it happened, okay? And I have people from the past that will vouch for me. But yeah, so be kind to yourself. And I mean, it's like body image, one of my greatest things, and I'm totally guilty of this, man, is try not to compare yourself to others. Instagram, like Tumblr, like all that shit is not real. And if you really feel like you have to compare yourself to someone, compare yourself to yourself. Take progress photos, and like, don't worship the scale. It's just a number and it fluctuates all the time, you know. Use it as and this is just my opinion, of course, like, use it as a check-in. Maybe like every Monday morning you weigh yourself to check in, but please don't become obsessed with it, because it's a one-way road to sad times. You're too cool to be sad. It's true. It's gonna happen, but you don't need to be there a lot. Yeah, man, this was my story. I hope it's what you guys wanted. I don't plan these videos. I kind of just like go for it. But I know that, you know, like, if this is a choice that you are wanting to make, or if you're in your own weight loss journey, or, you know, what have you, you can do it, man. And you just have to make a decision, and you have to make it a priority. And if you don't want it bad enough, it's not going to happen. And you're gonna have to make sacrifices and maybe some lifestyle changes, and, you know, maybe some friendships won't be the same, or some relationships will fall away, but you have to decide that fighting for your own happiness is more important than those things. And, you know, like, here's my thing, man, is if those people are meant to be in your life, they're gonna stay with you no matter what, and they're gonna support you, and they're gonna love you, and there's not going to be any resistance. Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, I mean, as always, I'm open to answer anything. If you want me to go more in depth about any of these areas, the life experiences that I talked about, just let me know, and I'll make another ghetto video. But I can tell you in closing that it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. I mean, it's taken me shit, like 8 years to finally get to a place where I'm stoked on myself and I'm stoked on my body. And I love working out. I honestly work out like 3 to 4 times a week, and there is no better or bigger stress reliever for me than going to the gym and letting loose to like Gucci Mane or Waka Flocka. I did it today and it put me in the best mood. I shit you not. Like, I love it. So yeah, I'm open if you need anything. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to listen to my rambles. I hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.